Greetings everyone, this is Castantino. Welcome to Sincast. Spider-Man may be going back fully to Sony. And I've already seen a few. There's some people saying, well, with everything going on with Disney, and I'm going to be doing a video on that. Woo! Lots of crap going on with Disney lately. But again, this is Spider-Man. So Spider-Man could apparently talks had broken down with Sony and Disney or Marvel about the future of Spider-Man. Now, I haven't seen Far From Home yet. I will say I am highly interested in seeing that, mainly because of Mysterio, which is a major gripe for me, because that's been one thing I've hated about the Marvel movies is I'm always more interested in the villains than I am in the heroes, and for the most part the villains have died or something else happened to them. So, unless your name's Loki, then you're just getting read. So anyway, this dropped about the previous night of recording this, that this by Dateline. Now, and I've seen videos on Nerdrotic, I've seen Mecha Random 42, I've seen Midnight's Edge, 2 videos from Midnight's Edge. Well, technically, one from Midnight's Edge and one from Midnight's Edge After Dark. Kudos to you guys. And I can't help but laugh. My personal feelings, I did like Homecoming. If you want to do that, it's in the, check it out. It's in one of my videos. It's in the media rants and ravings. But honestly, I couldn't stand Spider-Man. Tom Holland has the look for a younger Spider-Man. He has the charisma, but I could not freaking stand him. I could not stand how they had him, where he was fangasming all over the place, like he just made a mess in his pants and needed to immediately get a new pair of pants. He goes, oh my god, it's Iron Man, and it's Tony Stark, oh my god, I'm going to be an Avenger. I couldn't stand that. I mean, it's like, because it's fine for a little bit, but they kept going on and on. It's one of those things, it's that joke that when you do it, it's one of those things, it's a joke. It's a joke that if you say it to yourself enough, it'll stop being funny. This stopped being anything, because he was constantly calling Happy. He was like harassing, hey, do you guys need me? Do you guys need me? Do you guys need me? It's like, he didn't make his damn own suit. The suit he put together originally should have been like something he made like before he was even thought about becoming a bigger picture. No, Tony Stark made the suit for him. And while I did like I really did like the interaction between Tony Stark and him, because frankly it was something new, it was something better. I really feel like it was better than his thing with Uncle Ben. But I mean, there's a lot of things, but really the biggest thing I hated about that movie was how much of, he didn't strike me as intelligent. Like when he freaking just took a hammer to this thing that he stopped Vulture from stealing, and he just smashed it open with a hammer. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Is this Pete supposed to be at all intelligent? He just, there's so much that it's like, he's too much like a everyday, like a normal kid. it's like this Peter's supposed to be a little bit smarter, you know. Anyway, so I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less about this Peter Parker. MCU Peter Parker. Pfft, I don't give a shit. I'm going to be in the huge minority in this. I already know this. So, I'm just from those three, the people I've seen, because at least two of them have said that this is probably Sony being a bunch of a-holes about this, and one of them saying this is probably Sony trying to jump ship before Disney completely screws everything up. Which, so, the things, okay, but here's just some things that I'm will miss about this, about him not being in MCU, because if I'm getting this right, everything done in those two movies, like the new MJ, which I couldn't have cared less about that. Oh no, she's not a redhead. Oh, blah blah blah. It's like they didn't write her to be Mary Jane. She wasn't even called Mary Jane. She was Michelle something or other. I couldn't care. I didn't care about the character. His buddy, the big guy, I couldn't care. I don't even remember his name. That's just the thing. I don't care about didn't care about all the other characters. Because frankly, the only two characters, well, Shocker, and even then was like, but it was like I only cared about. Bottom line, I only cared about three characters: Tony Stark, and Peter's thing, and Vulture. And as I said before, I liked Vulture because he wasn't the typical. He didn't feel like the typical Marvel villain. You know, the one who has to be sympathetic, the one who you have to feel bad for. Fuck the feels. This guy was like, I'm doing this for my family, and if you get in my way, I'm gonna fucking run you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I don't care. That's what I like about my villain. What I would like to see more of these, and we're not going to get it because everything's about feelings over in that dump of it. But yeah. So anyway, my thoughts on this. I find it hilarious. I really do. If I don't think Sony's now I do agree with the others that Sony is probably, if Sony there's only two ways of going about this. Sony either has gotten a lot of ego from the fact that they now have an Oscar-winning movie, which is like, I could if I could spend enough money into paying people in the Oscars, I could probably win an Oscar for one of my YouTube videos. So, yeah, Oscar doesn't mean shit. The Academy Awards don't mean, I think that's actually the same thing. But Hollywood Awards don't mean shit, so I don't care. I can't watch Into the Spider-Verse, not because of anything, but mostly because I can't stand that. That animation gives me headaches. Like, I cannot watch more than a few minutes of clips from the show before I'm like, my mind's like, I have a raging headache. So I can't. I've never seen Spider-Verse. I will probably never see Spider-Verse. So I cannot say whether I like it or not. Other than the fact that the thing just gives me a the thing just gives me a headache. And Venom. Okay. Venom's going to be the reason I'm probably not going to watch Venom is going to be another rant. And it has nothing to do, again, like Spider-Verse, it has nothing to do with the movie. I really liked Tom Hardy as Bane. He was one of the bright spots in the Dark Knight Rises, in my opinion, and probably, once again, Bane was the most, misused character in the movie, which is like a thing in these Batman things. remember, if for those who you have played the Arkham games, remember Hugo Strange? Yeah, the big bad who was overshadowed then basically said, oh, at the last minute, nope, he wasn't the big bad, it was actually Ra's al Ghul. Fuck that guy. Or in Arkham Knight. You remember Arkham Knight though? When the Arkham Knight was supposed to be the big bad, or maybe it was supposed him and Scarecrow, and they both got overshadowed by the fucking Joker. So, do I think this is a good move? Considering Sony's track record, considering who's in there letting still be in charge of Spider-Man, mainly Amy Pascal, who, God, she looks like a freaking potato sack, and Rothman, who the only thing I will say about Rothman, I know Rothman gets a bunch of flack, and I give him a bunch of flack. I will give him a bunch of flack too, but you know, they call the guy a cheapskate, and it's like, you know, when you look at other companies, particularly like Disney and all their troubles, yeah, sometimes you need a guy who's a serious freaking cheapskate to be in charge of things, so things don't go freaking insane on the spending side of everything. But yeah, I understand the other way too. So, do I think this is? I don't think Sony's going to do Spider-Man any favors. I really don't. I can only assume that they'll. I don't know if they're going to be allowed to continue down the road that the MCU's already started him on. As when I say that, I mean they won't be able to talk about the Avengers. Thank Christ. They won't be able to have Nick Fury. Thank friggin' Christ on that. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do keep some of the changes, like having a younger Aunt May, which I am 100% behind, because I fucking hate old granny Aunt May. I freaking hate that her. It's the fact that Peter. It's one thing I hate about the Peter Parker in the comics, even for years, is that. And One More Day sure as hell didn't help with that. But it's like he dotes on this little old lady, and it's like, dude, live your freaking life. Do you have a life outside of Aunt May? It's like, but anyway. So no, I don't think Sony's going to do Spider-Man any favors. I think they should just stick with what they did. They still had Venom. I think you should just build off of that. Build off of Venom. I hate the guy. Like I said, I'll have another reason on why I don't like the Venom and the symbiotes in another video. But I do what worked. Do what worked. Venom. You did something with Venom, and it worked. Just keep doing it. Into the Spider-Verse, you know, if you can build off of that, go for it. I personally don't. Now, and so there. I would if I'm Sony, I would just kind of stay away. They won't, but I would kind of stay away from Peter Parker and just like, you know what, you want to do this other Ultraverse thing, fine. In fact, you know what, I've in my spare time at work, I've been actually thinking of how you could make even a Spider-Gwen. Don't call her that. If you ever make a Spider-Gwen movie, don't call her that. Just call her the Spider or something, but do not put Gwen at the end of it. You can put it on the title to differentiate, but in the movie, don't have people call her Spider-Gwen. That's because it's like, what if you're going to do that? She might as well not even wear the mask. But again, another video. Now, as far as Disney goes, I couldn't laugh any harder. I could not laugh any harder. This is just one more thing that they are possibly losing out on. And with the way they've already wrecked Star Wars for absolutely no reason, mainly because they have no clue how to do with Star Wars. Which actually I'm going to have another video about George Lucas. Wow, I got all kinds of videos and it's going all come from there. But yeah, as far as Disney goes, I think it's hilarious. This is literally like Rome. This is Rome burning during the time of the Roman Empire. Disney is falling apart. It really is, and it's all their own fault. God damn. Like I said, I'll talk about the Disney stuff in another video. This is Castantino, and I will see you in a future video.